Hello, my crafty friends. I just want to kind of give you an update of what's going on a little bit. A lot of you are in my Facebook group, and so you know, but some of you are not, and you may be wondering, where I am, where I've been the last few weeks. Anyway, it's only been, I guess, 1 week and then this week, but my stepfather is in the hospital. We did find out that he's had um, I think a few small strokes. Anyway, we've seen so many doctors and they've done so many things trying to figure out what's going on with him that I can't even remember it all to tell you right now. And none of that doesn't really matter. What matters is that his recovery is going to be slow and long because he's 86 and it's just takes a lot longer to recover from things. The doctors do feel like he has a good prognosis. They said if he was any younger, if he was 60 or even 70 and he had the amount of damage that he has from the strokes, that it would be, a much shorter recovery. And they would give him, they could say, kind of have more expectations. Right now, they're saying they hope he can get 80 to 90% of his, back to where he was before this happened. But they can't promise that, of course. While I'm talking to you about all this, I'm going to work with trying to figure, I'm not going to use this because this is scratchy. I'll only add it in if I have to, if I don't have enough weight from everything else. But I got some, a little over a pound, probably about somewhere between, probably about 18 ounces of fibers of all the greens with a little bit of blues and a little bit of yellows and some tans that I ordered that I want to spin to make a sweater. I'm going to cart it into bats and spin it up to make a sweater. That's a lot of spinning. And right now, that's one thing I can take with me. I can take my tiny little spinner up to the hospital with me and I can spin while I'm there. And I think I can only really concentrate on my family at the moment, but spinning gives me something to do while I'm up there. So I'm going to work on this. Let this be my project for the winter time, is this one spin and crochet in a sweater, probably a cardigan. I haven't chosen a pattern yet. I've been looking, but I want to have at least 2 pounds worth of fibers, yarn to use for this sweater. I've heard a lot of people say that's a good amount. So I'm just trying to pull out of my stash some other greens and maybe even some yellows and blues that I can add in. I'm not going to be, super fussy about it, because if there's some other pops of color in there, that's fine. Right now I'm just kind of looking through. This is a box that I have of silk, sari silk waist, and it's very soft and silky. That'll be fun to add in. I want to have a lot of different textures in it, but this stuff doesn't weigh anything, so it's not going to, make up a lot of the sweater. But I'm just going to look through what I've got and see how much I can find of different things that I can use. Well, I have quite a bit of this green, so I'm going to pull it out. There's a little pink. I'm not going to fret over that. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing, is just looking through stuff while I talk. I will make a video every once in a while if I can. If I can stream during this process, I will. But they're saying, at least 90 days, and they haven't said if they think he will be in the rehab that long, or if that's when they can know better what his prognosis will be. I've got a tub down at the floor. I'm just going to put this stuff in there as I find it. And I'm just going through these little tubs. Anyway, I don't want y'all worrying if you don't see me. I don't want you to fret. But I do want, this is silk too. See how much that flies away? It shows how dry it is here. I'm just going to take some of this. Is silk top, but anyway, I want you to know that I haven't, dropped off the edge of the earth or anything. I just am I may do some of this that's got some blue in it. I'm trying to add some blues and yellows so that it won't all be green. There'll be some extra stuff, kind of like they did in the package that they sent me. But I don't want a ton of that. My plan is to use these different things and mix them into about 16 bats. So I want bats that are 2 ounces each. That'll be easy for me to spin. And I'll know, pretty much what's in a bat as I'm spinning it. And so anyway, this is little bits of wool I got for felting, needle felting, but we're just going to add some of it in. And I'm obviously going to have to look for some more wool because I don't have as much of this extra stuff as I thought I did. That I don't want to put too much silk and stuff in it because then it won't be as, quite as sturdy as I need more wool for the elasticity of the sweater. So I may end up having to use this anyway. It's not real soft, but it's a bat I made. I'm not even sure what kind of wool it is. It's just some bats I made, and when I started spinning it, I was like, no, that needs to be added in with other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. And that's, wow, okay. That's pretty much all. Well, I'll add some of this too. That didn't take long. I thought I'd have more. I'm going to put a little of this. This is mohair. I'll put a little of this in there since I don't have as much of the other stuff as I thought I had. It takes a lot of fiber to make 2 pounds. So we'll just take that much of this. And when you look at this and you think, how on earth can you divide that into 16s? It may not all go into every bat because I want the sweater to have some character. I don't want it to be, I want it to have spots of different colors and textures and things. So I'm not worried about getting it at every bat exactly the same. And I'm not going to, I'll talk more about that later. But anyway, I'll just put this prettiness up here so you can have something to look at while I talk. Here we go. Anyway, I have decided that I can't make any kind of a specific schedule or anything like that. If I have a chance to stream, I'll come on. And if someone else is streaming and not many people, come to my stream, that's fine. I'll be doing it as much just for something, therapy, I guess, as anything. I may make some videos. I'll make a video when I make at least one of these bats so you can see what I'm talking about when I say I'm going to build a bat with all this hodgepodge of stuff. But I'm not going to have any kind of regular anything. And I know I'm all over the place, but my brain is all over the place at the moment. Anyway, if y'all would continue praying for my family and for my stepdad and my mom especially, I can tell from the way things are that this is going to be really hard on my mom, and I'm going to need to be there as much as possible to support her. And so I wanted to tell y'all also, I know a lot of you have been praying that I would find a job, and I had a talk with the Lord, and I think that he revealed to me that the reason I haven't found a job yet is because this is my job. Taking care of mom is my job. And I have enough money to pay the bills each month. And what I was wanting a job for was to save money for later, when part of the money that I get right now will go away in about 10 years. And I need to be able to have enough of a savings to take its place when that time comes. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Right now, all I'm going to worry about is my mom and Daryl, because they're the most important thing. And I feel complete peace about that decision. So I know that it's from the Lord, because I'm a worrywart. And when I have peace, it's always because the Lord gives it to me. So I have peace about the decision to stop looking for a job. And so I just want to tell y'all, don't worry about praying about that right now. Just pray for my mom and my stepdad, and that I will have the wisdom to know how to help them the best, and that that they will be able to accept that help. They've been very independent. They've been able to do pretty much anything they wanted to do, and this is going to be difficult for them. So I pray for my brother and sister, and for Daryl's children, Darla and Lewis, and because all 5 of us together are going to have to make the decisions going forward. And I'm grateful that it's not just me, but Darla and I are the ones who live in Amarillo, and so most of the day-to-day stuff will come to us. The decisions and things, we'll have help with that, and I'm sure that if we need it, so they will come up to help otherwise too. But right now, we're just hoping that the doctors are right, that he will regain a whole lot of his ability to be more independent, and that that we can help get him back to that place, and help them. The last few years, however many, whether it's 1 or 2 or 10, it's when people need the most help, and this is when my parents are needing the most help. So if you'll just pray for all of us about this, I would very much appreciate it. And if you don't see me, don't fret. I will pop into Facebook once in a while and post an update. And when I'm making a video, about this or whatever I happen to make a video about, I'm choosing this as my project because I can take it with me up to mom's or to the hospital or whatever. It'd be easy to take with me. And that's why I'm going to concentrate on this and not my paper art, which I have projects I would love to do with that, but that'll be done if I have time. And I'm just, I'm not going to fret over it. I'm not going to have any expectations. If this spin takes me a year, that's what it takes. I really am giving myself grace over this getting anything done business, and I'm just going to concentrate on my mom and Daryl. So I just want y'all to know that. I didn't want you to be wondering. I do intend, when I get the chance, to get back to doing also the Job study that I was doing and had to stop a few weeks ago. But each one of those videos takes me about 3 hours or 4 hours of prep time, just reading and studying the different books and the Bible, and before I ever start making the videos. So that I definitely don't have time or brain power to concentrate on that. I need something I can do without thinking too much, and this is one of those things I can do without thinking too much. So when you are doing a Bible study just for yourself and you just read, it doesn't take as much brain power as trying to present what you've read. Anyway, I love you all, and I thank you so much for being here for me. You're in my prayers daily, and I'm grateful to have your prayers. I'm going to let you go. God bless you, and I love you. Bye-bye.